So this building runs off of two sections, 3,000 amp section and a 3,000 amp section. Recently we had them tested. SRP came out, we shut down the whole system, and we had a test company come out and just do some basic GFI testing, high pot testing. You always need that for city clearance so we can re-energize. And they just make sure they're tripping at the proper time, making sure they're working properly. So when you do have a fault in the system, we know that this breaker is reliable. It's going to shut down, it's going to make sure everything's safe. What was nice with this shutdown, if we come back here, both of these systems, these are transfer switches. We're able to keep the whole building running on their two generators that they have outside while we had this shutdown. So they went down for a few minutes when we shut it off, and then a few minutes when we turned it back on. But it's a really nice setup that they are able to back up both the entire building, both sections, two generators, so they can keep this whole thing going. 3,000 amp switches, main switches, which are these guys down here. And all of these are distributions to, they have pumps for their AC unit, mechanical devices, transformers, panels. This is where you distribute to the rest of the building for power. We have them on both sides, and this is where we disseminate the first distribution to get to the rest of the building. Throughout the building, we'll have more distribution panels, more smaller panels. It just kind of goes down in series. Bigger distributes to smaller, 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 until you're at a 20 amp breaker for an outlet. We have huge solar arrays on this building. These are our solar connect breakers. So they added these sections onto the original section to install big solar arrays for the building. Pretty much the whole parking lot's covered in solar array.
This is what happens when you do things right. At this facility, they want to adjust some settings on their existing lighting controls. They want to add some things and move some fixtures around. So we're working with them out of their high voltage panel. All the lighting in this building is all 277. It comes out of this GE panel board and feeds into their lighting control system over here. It's a GE lighting control system. So we're going to be working with the client, manipulating the existing system and changing things as they see fit. This high voltage panel, it's a 480 volt, a 277 480 volt three-phase. This also feeds into this transformer here. It's a 30 kVA transformer, which feeds a low voltage. So you see that typically in a commercial setting where a lot of buildings have 480 volt, 277 480 volt, and then you have to transform that power down to 120 208, which is the normal stuff that we use on an everyday basis. 120 208 three-phase is typically something you see in a commercial setting. 120 240 single-phase is something you see at your residential setting. Sometimes we leave our sticker behind so the client knows who to call when they have an issue in the future, or if they're looking to add something. We even sticker the worst looking panels that we can find so that somebody knows who to call when they're ready for an upgrade.